Hey nerds, join us on Discord and hit that subscribe button.
So for those of you who are not familiar, we are Venture Forth D&D. Hey, hell yeah! Sorry, I've already broken the cussing rule. We pride ourselves on a very immersive Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition experience. The idea is that you get as close to the action as possible. If you're not right there with us within the dungeon we're in as characters, then at least you feel like you're a player at the table. We take pains not to break character. We try to keep everything very beautifully described so that you can imagine it, and we don't make any references to external movies and television, anything like that. We try to keep it all contained. So it may get pretty intense in here. So just a big disclaimer on that.
Yeah.
Also, we have been playing the same characters for 4 years, and these are new ones.
Brand new
So, bear with us.
You want to get nuts?
Yes, indeed.
So with that, yeah. Should I begin?
I mean, I feel like we're here, so
Oh, man.
Well, yeah.
Shane, if you want to kick us off.
Here we go. This is going to be a little weird for folks who aren't familiar with our ritual, but just go with it. You'll get right into it. Hello, I am Strauss.
Narissa.
Yendolen.
Valiant.
And I'm your DM, Seth. Welcome to Venture Forth.
Ah!
Technology.
When last we left our heroes, the bitter wind at this altitude cuts like cold steel, threading through cloak and armor alike, sinking its chill deep into each of your bones. The tips of your ears have gone nearly numb, crusted in a fine rime of frost, though you can still faintly feel the sting of the cold clinging to them. Around you, 10 drakes, each of varying type, fly in near-perfect silence on the wind, their wings slicing the air with practiced ease, each rider a hardened veteran of the Ascension War. Below, clouds stream past in slow motion. Rivers of mist, bathed in silver light by the high-hung moon of Famir. The light casts an otherworldly glow across the scene, painting your comrades in effulgent white. And ahead, silhouetted against the stars, the massive golden form of Thraxian, his sail-like wings outstretched and rippling through the air in graceful, effortless command of the skies. The gold dragon mount of Air Marshal Hera Rallalin, who crouches above him, her posture calm, unshakable, even against the gale. She raises a hand, gloved fingers slicing through the night, beating out a quick series of signals you all know well through your many years of training. You're nearly there. As we look around at the assembled riders atop these drakes, Shane, what do we see?
Atop a misty silver-toned drake is a 5'11" tan elf with a distinct star-shaped tattoo under his left eye, black hair sailing in the wind, a look of soft confidence as he gazes out at a very familiar formation. He wears studded leather armor where the studs are shaped to look like dragon scales. And looking up from the armor, you see tattoos of all types, the most distinct of which are dorsal spines along his neck, designed to look like that of the dragon he rides upon. And that's Strauss.
Awesome. And behind him, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
Directly behind Strauss, you see a seafoam green sea elf with deep jade, long hair tied back in braids with pearls and seashells, as well as luminescent armor covered in the bioluminescence of the sea, made stronger by the shell that is inlaid within the leather armor. You see a tattoo on her wrist and arm that goes from the tips of her fingers to the elbow in various runes of a deep black. And that is Narissa.
Opposite them, floating on the wind, astride a green forest drake, you see two other figures.
5'8", bronze, deep bronze skin, eyes closed, barefoot. You see another elf, cornrowed hair, meditating, preparing for this drop. Every once in a while, an eye opening to peer around a bright platinum eye peers out. And that is Yendelin.
And behind him?
Behind him, you see over 6 foot tall wood elf, tan skin, long hair pulled up in a bun, with pieces of it hanging out, and golden armor with brown cloths draped over it. And most notably, other than his rippled muscles and very chiseled jawline, you see a large gash going down his right eye, and in place of that eye is a mechanical one. As you see Thalion, and as he turns, seeing his brother, looking around. Don't worry, brother. We'll make it home.
I'm not worried.
A mere 24 hours ago, we saw this same group entering into a different place. The war room within the city of Westreach, above Dordagor, the military headquarters of the Queen's Reach. The four of you enter into this space. As you all think back now, looking at what's ahead of you, as you see the twinkling lights below, you think back to just a short time ago, and you enter into the war room. You see a group of figures, 3, all standing around the large central table, whereupon you see a map of Westreach and the surrounding area. You see the familiar figure of Saran Lumari, the deputy of the Queen's Reach. His simple robes, his dark hair, deeply tanned skin. You see the signature lacquered hairpiece stuck into the top knot as he turns to all of you and nods, a small smile playing across his face. Opposite him, another figure. Tall, imposing, broad-shouldered, massive for any person, much less an elf. General Redalia, the leader of the ground military forces here in Westreach. And at the head of the table, you see Air Marshal Hera. Siran comes over to all of you as you sweep into this room, and he reaches out a hand to each of you, greets each of you. My friends, I'm glad you've made it.
For you, Suran, always.
I'm very sorry to have pulled you away from your most recent mission, but as I'm sure you saw on your journey in, there's trouble to the east. Come. And he sweeps his arm out, and the four of you, as is your custom, cluster around the central table.
After you, my darling.
Thank you.
You see as General Redalia and Air Marshal Hera nod to each of you in turn. As I said, you all saw to the east. You've all been brought here because of your singular track record in these types of scenarios, though this may be the most difficult challenge you've faced yet. He turns to the map of Westreach laid out below you in 3 dimensions, the illusory duplicate of it, showing the hills, valleys, and surrounding rivers. Miles to the east, our armies and the few reinforcements from our allies clash with the forces of the Shinzo twins of Doirnin. They are disillusioned descendants of Aeduin Shinzo, the would-be tyrant who attempted to overthrow the first Council of 5 here in Westreach, and fled before he could be tried and executed for his treachery. They have festered in the dark. They have come to attempt to right what they believe to be this old wrong, and we have been weakened by the war that still ravages here. And it would appear that they seek to take advantage. But thanks to a friend, and he smiles wistfully to himself, we were warned before they arrived. And he opens his hand and hands it off to General Redalia, who steps forward. A smile again plays across her face. We've pulled some of our reserves in Dawnvod, headed for the front, and sent them east, and almost every soldier inside of Westreach itself has been deployed. Normally, I'd be confident in our victory, but they have something we haven't seen before. Within their encampment, we believe lies a device, its origin and construction unknown. It's allowed them to block out the sunlight, and now the drow fight in the day. We have the advantage, tactically, thanks to our veterans of the war, but they have superior numbers. Far superior numbers. They've also found a way to counter our superiority in the air, and she kind of looks up with a smirk at the air marshal. Our reports indicate that the Drow's innate knack for levitation, coupled with unique siege weapons and a contingent of aerial combatants of their own, it looks like our Drake riders have met their match. And she winks at the air marshal. Any progress we might make during the daylight hours is null, thanks to the Shroud of Darkness, and the Shinzo's forces are bolstered by heavy infantry from Dwergar allies. In short, we are outmatched and losing ground by the hour. I'm told we can hold out for another day, maybe two, before we'll have to fall back to the city. And now her eyes grow hard as she looks at each of you. I don't think I need to tell you all what it would look like should the Drow arrive here. And so, we arrive at the reason for your presence. You have been hand-selected to be our strike team. Your mission is to enter into the encampment within the mountain stronghold of the Kangxi, overcome any resistance that stands in your way, locate this device or person, and destroy it. I cannot stress enough the importance of your mission. Without the aid of the sun, the invaders' superior numbers will likely overcome our forces. And help is a very long way away. And she hands it off to Air Marshal Hera, who leans over and points to a mountain solitary to the east at the southern end of the Summerstills. We know the main encampment lies under the surface of one of the higher peaks in the mountains to the east. There are 3 entrances we know of. One at the summit, one near the center, and one near the base. The summit entrance has a single guard tower and we believe is close to the Drow's cloaker dens. They've domesticated some of the foul beasts, and they're using them as flying mounts to combat my riders. And she looks at you, Strauss. If we could do something about that, that would be helpful. The central entrance is the main mustering point we've seen from the army. It is the most heavily guarded, but likely has the most direct route and access to the command encampment. We believe the bottom entrance existed before they arrived and has a single guard tower, but we have seen almost no troop movement from this entrance. These are the known facts. We do not know where the device or person creating this shroud is, what it looks like, or how it can be destroyed. But that is your task. I, alongside a group of my riders, will be your escort. We'll get you to the encampment. We'll be pushing the bounds of what our own physiologies are capable of, flying at nearly 23,000 feet. We need to get you in quickly and unseen, so you'll be doing a high elevation drop onto the target. After the drop, my squadron will mount an attack at the base of the keep, and we'll try to draw out the combatants, keep their eyes on us, to give you an opening so you can get in and do your job. Any questions?
So this device, no one knows what it is or what it looks like?
I'm afraid not, Strauss.
And it could be a person.
It could be.
And it's causing the darkness that we saw.
The black cloud, north.
That will continue to spread unless this is...
Destroyed.
Well, doesn't seem like we have much choice, do we?
I think it will be simple. I am not concerned.
I don't think it will be simple.
I think it would be simple.
You think so?
We haven't failed yet.
True, we've not. I noticed you didn't say anything about how we're leaving.
So keen.
Always very perceptive, Yendelin.
We'll do what we do best.
Get
We'll
in,
find the way.
get out, do your job.
You'll have it done.
I believe you.
Yendelin,
Yes.
whether we win
Or lose.
together.
We leave in an hour. To reach our forward camp, then make our flight on the cover of darkness tonight. Make whatever preparations you care to.
All right.
The air marshal and the general both begin to pack up their items, and Saran, may I have the room? And the general and the air marshal both pause, nod, and then leave before gathering their things. Saran approaches each of you and reaches into a pocket in his robes. He hands each of you a small leather case. Inside of which, you open it up, there are 3 vials. These contain a potion of superior healing, a potion of greater healing, and 1 potion of invisibility for each of you.
I wonder what we're gonna face.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
He then walks over to you, Strauss, and he reaches into a robe and he pulls out a flawless diamond. This diamond is perhaps the most beautiful jewel you've seen. And he leans in close and he whispers, "This gem contains within it a spell, but only use them if absolutely necessary. They contain something that, when activated, will call destruction down upon you. Our best arcanists have worked on these. Use them with great caution and only if absolutely necessary."
Is this, we just came from Addersfeld. The city, well, it had big explosion inside. Is this something similar?
No, powerful enchantment, nothing more.
What does it call down?
Big rocks.
Oh, crushing. Good.
I take this to mean that should we use this, that will be the end of us as well.
I hope you not have to use it.
Is there a command word? Don't say it if it is.
You'll know.
All right.
And he hands one of those as well to you, Nessa. I have gifts for you as well, gentlemen. Don't fret.
I was getting a bit worried.
And he turns and he hands you both he hands each of you a single large emerald. Bound within these, a powerful elemental. Should make for a good distraction should you need it.
I'm a bit excited about that. Thank you, sir.
Siran,
Yes?
should we not make it back? You'll see to our family.
You'll make it back.
We will make it back. It is not a concern. Your family, yes. It is fine. It is not a concern.
Do not worry. You'll be there to do it yourself.
No
And-
more after this mission.
Last one.
You said that last time.
You did say that last time.
Boys,
It'll be the last one. My love. The last mission.
no, it will not.
It will not.
This is it for us.
Yes, it will be the last when Kaldor is defeated. And that is it.
Darling, that is not the end either. There will always be more war.
And we will be there to fight it.
We will be.
Aradanus always says, you do not choose where you are meant to be. Where you are meant to be chooses where you are... I can't remember how he puts it, but it sounds great.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
As you try to attempt to harken back to the wisdom of Eridanus, your star drake, Siran, bid you all farewell. Good luck. I'll see you on your return. And you all walk out of the war room. And as you exit, Nirsa, you see a figure standing outside. A sea elf, somewhere in her 5th century. Deep robes, trimmed in sea green and deep blue. Your aunt, Laurendrell, member of the Council of 5 here in Westreach.
I straighten up.
She glides over to you, as she is wont to do, and stops just short of any physical contact.
Aunt,
Niece?
you know better than to show up here right before a mission.
I do. But call me word. A familial concern.
I appreciate your worry. However, this is just like all the others.
I understand.
And it will be until it isn't.
I understand.
You sound like Aradanus.
We get along well.
Nevertheless, good luck. And when you return, there's some things I'd like to talk to you about. There are opportunities here within Westreach. And I think you're suited to a few.
I look forward to the future.
And she reaches out to just shake your hand. and you feel something settle into your palm.
Oh. I shake back, and I pull my hand away, and I do not look at what is in my hand just yet.
Okay. And she glides away.
You hear that? Soon you will be queen. Queen of Westreach, Nissa.
There is no Queen of West.
Yes, but new opportunities mean maybe new position that does not exist. Queen Nissa.
I think they should use my full name if I'm going to be queen.
But Nissa is so cute. My little sea cucumber.
Drago.
You will, of course, lock in before we head out, right?
I am locked in. How
Right.
much more locked in do you need me to be? Do you not see me wearing armor, having weapon, being locked in, focused?
Boys. Let's go.
Let's.
Locked in. He wants door in front of me with lock that I turn.
Just ask Aradonis to explain it.
All right.
Yeah, as you walk
As
out.
we walk out, I'll stroll up next to Yandelin.
Okay.
Brother,
Brother, I sense it. You're worried.
I am worried.
It's just like the others.
It's not like the others.
What's different? I'm here.
You are. It's just different. I feel it.
What do you mean?
I can't explain it.
I feel like this mainland is having an effect on you.
It is strange here.
It's only been 30 years or so, but yet it feels like I've lived a lifetime.
It's a new place, and this mission is different. We will be fine.
Remember that.
We will all survive. Confident. Just a bit.
We just have to destroy something. We're good at that.
You are very good at that, brother.
That is true.
Find something that we don't know what it is and destroy it.
What it looks like.
How hard could it be?
Well, why don't we just
Easy.
bring down the whole mountain?
And then Queen Nissa will give us medals.
That does
Well,
sound
Big
nice.
celebration.
Yes.
It's
We
not
shall
bad.
see.
All right.
And we're off.
You prepare.
We're off.
Yeah.
And the wind whips past you as you see General Hera, Air Marshal Hera, reach up again and beat out a quick series of signals with her hands.
Fall soft like dagger, Eridanus.
And you see as Eridanus, your mount, pinwheels over, barrel roll. As Yendelin and Thalion, you both leap off of the side of your Drake, and all four of you begin to fall downward through the sky, the dark, the wind whipping past the four of you, but a moment later, you also, above you guys, you don't see this, but we all do, as 10 Drake riders in perfect formation and unison take down and begin to dive after you guys. You see the ground hurtling up at you, 20,000 feet, 18,000 feet, 15,000 feet.
As I'm straining my face to do so, but I turn to look at Nissa with just a big grin.
Yeah.
As the wind is just pulling all
Yeah.
everything upward.
Yeah, you got like your hair is streaming behind you guys. Everything, your cheeks are flapping.
My
As you guys-
eyes are closed the whole time.
You guys,
Yes, indeed.
the four of you plummet towards the ground at breakneck speed, and the dragons behind you, again, they're coming. You guys hit 10,000 feet, 8,000 feet. A massive explosion hurtles off to the side of you guys as the drakes behind you have been spotted. And the ground military are starting to fire back. You see as arcane ballista pointed up at the sky are shooting up. You see these missiles of bright arcane energy peeling upwards into the sky as you hit 4,000 feet, 3,000 feet, 2,000 feet.
Big
and these
smile.
constant explosions. I'm going to need one of you guys to roll a percentile dice for me, please.
Do it, Starboy.
Let's do it.
Why are they not?
Do-do.
First roll.
That is a 79.
79. One of the explosions comes off to the left and detonates. You see as you hear, you don't see as they're behind you, but you hear the scream of a human and Drake rider as close impact hits one, and you kind of vaguely just sense this pinwheeling of motion off to your left as you see one fall down towards the battlefield, trying to regain control. Someone roll another percentile dice for me as you guys hit 1,000 feet above the mountain.
74.
74. Another explosion. This one going close to you guys, but detonates behind you as the four of you are silhouetted against the night sky. Which entrance? Now, as you guys hit 1,000 feet above the deck, you feel the sort of small fins that you guys have been granted as part of your drop suits expand outwards. Which of the three entrances are you headed towards?
I make a quick hand symbol into a tight fist as I angle my body towards the topmost.
Okay. You're going for the top of the mountain, the summit.
Summit.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys are coming down through the sky. You see again, now as the dark begins to resolve, you see the moonlight falling. You see at the top of the summit, you see this large sort of opening, like a mouth in the side of the mountain. And just above it, you see this small guard tower, where even now you see a drow sitting with a bow in hand, kind of looking up at the sky. Doesn't quite see you guys yet, as you see these constant explosions pinwheeling off in the night sky, and you see lit up as Theraxion, the gold dragon mount of Air Marshal Hera, and fire lights up the night as they come in and land at the base of the mountain and begin to wreak havoc. 500 feet. You see two drow in the guard tower itself. One more percentile die for me, guys.
All right.
You got it.
Let's do it.
Together.
75.
75. Damn. That's like 3 70s in a row. Okay, cool. All right. So you guys are 100 feet above the ground, coming in fast. And you see this singular guard tower above you. Down below you. Where are you guys going? Exactly. Are you going to land next to it? Are you going to try to shoot for it? Are you going straight into the mouth of the cave? Where are you guys headed?
Straight into the mouth of the cave.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Send it. Send it.
Go big or go home.
Oh, my God. Okay.
As we turn to go to the mouth of the cave, my eyes are open, and I bring my hands into my chest as we're floating down, and just whisper, Ildoria, keep us safe. And cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So the shadows cling to these four forms hurtling out of the night as you guys spread those wings upon your guys' suits and you sail straight into the mouth of this cavern. You guys are lunatics. Amazing. And as you guys come in, all of you have dark vision, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So as you guys hurtle into this, you guys are like 60 feet above the ground. What do you do?
I don't know how to do math, DM, but at the last possible moment, I will cast Featherfall from my ring.
Amazing.
As I whisper a tiny into the ring, and the energy of my voice begins to shake the ring around my finger. Yeah. And from it emanates this ripple effect that travels across all of us to slow our fall, slow our descent.
And the four of you, as you guys are basically, as you, Strauss, you time it out perfectly, as 30 feet above the ground, you suddenly slow and then come to perfect landing in the thing. And you see all around you are these large, leathery, winged forms hanging as a series of cloakers and 3 drow look at all of you. I'm going to need you guys to roll initiative for me. As you land in the middle of this cavern.
Would you say they're surprised?
Yeah.
We got Pass Without a Trace.
You guys hurtled out of the night.
Wait, does that mean we roll it?
Does that mean?
I do.
Does that mean we get to roll it at advantage?
Yes. Okay.
For initiative, is that
Yeah. Go ahead. Freaking
I will take the.
amazing.
I'll take that.
All right, hang on real quick. Got to get some tokens here. So you guys just kind of land in the center. Okay, so to set the scene a little bit, you guys are in a large round cavern. There is this big opening at the top, and there's sort of there's like multiple pathways around and sort of a small rise in the center of the cavern. And you guys just kind of land on this central rock, basically. The moonlight coming and streaming down around you guys.
And we came in from that opening?
Yeah, you guys came in from that opening. 20 and above initiative. Anybody 20 and above?
Oh, yeah,
Come on, guys,
me.
come on,
No,
come on.
22.
22. All right, cool. 20 and above. So 22 for Narissa. Let me see here. All right.
What do you need?
Add to turn. So you see around you guys a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these cloaked figures. Shut up, computer. Why are people texting me now? I don't want to talk to any of you. How do I mute it? My computer's muted and everything. Sorry, that
Now
may
you know my pain.
That may just be a thing that we have to deal with, gang.
Mom, I'm at WonderCon.
Yeah, jeez, Mom.
Not
I'm just
now.
kidding. She's just texting me. She's very proud of me.
Just over and over.
Hey, Seth, we're proud
Thank
of
you,
you
Mom.
too. Just remember that.
Oh, thanks, guys. All right. Okay, so who the heck is this guy? I don't know who that guy is. That's you. Why are all your names wrong? Whatever. I know who you are. Okay.
You said
22.
You said we see
22. You see 10 cloakers all around you guys.
What is a cloaker?
A cloaker. So you see large forms, these long, leathery
Choices are
bat-like
made.
wings, sort of like stingrays if they had humanoid faces and longer, nasty fangs.
Okay.
As all of these, they turn to you and they all kind of like, there's this mix of like a screech and a like a mournful moan as they let out this like and who are you? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, 22 for Narissa.
22 for Narissa.
15 to 20.
17.
17.
17. All right.
Brother.
17. Oh, of course you guys rolled the same.
But you know I go fast. I'm quicker.
Yep, he's much quicker. Strauss, what'd you get?
11.
11. Atta boy.
Strong
Okay, cool.
11. Real strong.
Cool. All right. 12. You. And then the red cloakers. 15. Oh, what did I do that for? And finally, bringing up the rear. All right, gang. Top of initiative. Narissa, you land first. Team leader coming in hot.
Hell yeah.
Winning initiative. And you see as all these things turn towards the four of you who have come into their domain. What do?
I open up my hand and I call Fathom to me.
Yeah.
You see a long bow made from what appears to be pure white bone. This bone is crafted from a sea serpent. As I pull back an invisible string and notch an arrow that you do not see, the arrow, as I pull back the string, is crafted as I'm pulling back the string to be an arrow. It looks clear. It looks blue. It's water.
Yeah.
And I shoot at the first thing I see.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, you
so
do.
you see 3 drow who are apparently they look like riders. They're kind of dressed in leathers and they have light weapons around them, short bows, short swords, and they are all turned towards you. And then you see all of the cloakers hanging up like bats in all of the various corners.
DM,
Yeah.
can I line any of them up?
Oh, yes, I believe you can. Okay, cool. So, Narissa, yeah, you see as immediately as you kind of look up into this cavern, you look off and you see that if you move southeast just a couple of feet, you can get 2 cloakers lined up perfect.
I will do that.
All right, cool. You move 5, 10, 15, 20. You guys see as Narissa reaches above her, the Fathom conjures into her hand, pulls back the arrow, and loose as you fire at these 2 cloakers. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. What happened?
It's probably just moving on to the next one. They all fade in.
But
12
they should last
plus 13?
forever. A 13?
12 plus 13.
12. Oh,
25, I think. That's how
25?
math
Yeah,
works.
that'll do it.
That'll do
Okay, go ahead and roll damage for me.
A lot.
This is not listed correctly, though. I think it's.
It's 1d8. It's
plus
1d8
another
plus
1d8
cold. Yes, ma'am.
So it is 2D. That's what I thought. Do you want me to separate these out?
No. No, no need.
First hit is 19?
19 points of damage.
journey.
Okay, cool. So as you pull the arrow back, the arrow slices through the center mass of one of the cloakers, and you have enough for overkill damage as you launch into the back of the second cloaker, and 2 fall to the cavern floor dead. For those of you who don't know, for some of this, we are using Flea Mortal's minion rules for some of these combatants, so they might perish quickly. I'm following the rules, I swear. So go ahead. So 2 immediately.
Not your second arrow.
You guys see as your team leader runs off into the side and shoots 2 arrows off. What did you do?
Natural 20.
Gritty, bang, bang! Let's go!
Okay.
Let's go!
As you turn to your left, who should you see but a drow just standing there, just so ready for
The
this.
bastard standing.
Totally not surprised. Go ahead and roll damage on your crit for
18
me.
plus max.
18 plus max, which is 16.
A lot.
2d8 plus 7, so
Yeah.
16 plus 7.
16 plus 7. Okay, 20. What did I just say? Thank you, math
you.
people. 23.
It's hard.
Okay,
It's
this
hard.
gentleman appears to be a normal combatant.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
So-
that was just the max. That was just the max damage plus what I rolled.
Oh.
Which is
Oh my god.
18 points of damage. plus
Another 18 points of damage. Oh, geez. Okay. So,
geez.
like, as an arrow sinks into this gentleman who is caught so unawares, and you see as, like, just mist comes out behind him now, tainted red. You have one more shot, and
Yes, I do.
because you're a monster.
It's a little bit lower, guys. A little bit more respectable. 20?
20 to hit?
Dirty 20?
Yeah, that'll do it. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Guys, math is not my
Get him,
strong
man.
suit, so I apologize.
Don't you-
13 points of
13
damage.
points of damage, and with that, this drought falls to the ground, dead. God, this is gonna be crazy. Okay,
The queen.
And I, well, what are you waiting for?
all right. That ends Narissa's first turn of combat, and
first
brings
turn.
us to Yendelin. You are up next, bud.
I'm up next.
Yeah.
All right. I want to pick one of the cloakers that's near us.
Yep. Okay.
And run. You know what? I'm gonna run over to it, and I'm gonna pull out Spore,
Uh huh.
and I'm
Okay.
gonna slice it.
All right, so you run forward and you see this blade. There's tiny mushroom caps along the handle as you whip it out, and that aura begins to surround you as you reach out for Spore. You make 5, 10. It takes you 15 feet of movement. Jump up on a stalactite, and you have one cloaker within easy reach. Go ahead and roll for your attack.
All right. Oh, that's good. That's gonna be good.
Very good.
It's like 28.
28.
Does that
Yeah,
hit?
that hits. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage for me. Well, as you slice through this creature, it dies, falls to the ground dead, and you move over 5, 10. There's another one within easy reach, just 10 feet away.
I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna go again.
All right, cool.
That's gonna be a 15.
15 still hits.
Oh,
Dang.
there we
All
go.
right. How does this one go? As you leap from stalactite to stalactite and just sort of pirouette and pow.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing pretty about this. This is just quick and efficient. This is just straight to the face, slice down, and as quietly as possible.
Amazing. Just as the blade sinks into the
And as
sort of
the
mouth.
blade sinks in, and the mushroom caps and spores kind of, there's a necrosis that happens along the cut, and little spores start growing.
All right. You see these little collection of mushrooms begin to grow. You have a ton of movement because you
I do.
are you. You could get to another one.
I could, but I'm gonna head back to my brother's side.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 feet gets you back to Thalian's side. The two of you come together in the center of the room.
Your
and
turn.
Thalian, you're up.
Lovely.
Don't miss.
Watch this. And I will run over to, I guess, one of the other caverns that is not cleared out quite yet.
Yep.
And alternatively to my brother, I will pull off my great sword from my sheath. And as I kind of look towards the cloakers, I will kind of look down at myself, my holy symbol on my chest with, it's adorned with claw teeth and pieces of claw as it's kind of just grasped by my hand.
Yeah.
Then the hunt begins. And I reach down and I like flex and hold onto my sword as you see like this from like my holy symbol and around down my arms you see this radiant white fire that just flickers down to my blade and turns it into a flaming sword, a flaming great sword.
Let's go.
And I will rush up and attack a cloaker.
All right, go ahead, roll twice. Give me 2 attacks.
2 attacks.
Of course. Why does tech always fail us when we need it the most, guys?
Okay.
I like that one.
Is that 1, 2, or is that advantage or something? Or no?
Nope,
Okay.
just 1, 2.
First one is a 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
You are attacking 2 cloakers who are nice and clustered for you. I was like, oh, do we have a question? And then I was like, we're not taking questions.
16 points.
16 points of damage. No, and as you cleave through one cloaker, that is enough for overkill damage. As you go over to a second, and just 2 cloakers cut in half.
No!
As the wounds around them cauterize immediately from the Gwaithwood. I don't know why I said it that way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet of movement got you there. So you got 5 more feet.
Can I get to another cloaker?
You cannot from your current position.
That's my bonus, my action. I can't use my other attack then.
All right.
So yeah, that'll be my turn. I'll look at the other one and aim towards it.
Gotcha.
I'll just kind of raise my blade.
All
next.
right. You turn, and that brings us to one of the drow. Okay, this guy is he's going to close the distance with you, and he's going to make 2 short sword attacks. At me? At Thalion, excuse me. 21 to hit?
Me?
At you?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said something.
That's you.
21? Yeah, that hits.
All right, so.
Let's see what happens.
All right, you take 10 points of piercing damage, 7 points of poison damage.
Whoa!
Second attack.
Okay, hold on. Let me. So you said 10.
Yeah. 10 piercing, 7 poison.
10. Sorry, I'm D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Damage. Okay, and then you said 7.
Yep.
That's 6. That's 7 damage. Ouch. Very ouch. Okay.
And the second attack, miss.
Okay.
Big whiff. Woo! Brings us up to the next Drow Elite Warrior. Closes the distance with you, Yendelin, and he's going to do the same thing. Swing, short sword, coming to you. 20 to hit.
Meets it, hits it.
All right. And second attack, 22 to hit.
Yep.
All right. First attack, 8 piercing, 11 poison.
8, 11, okay.
8, 11. Second strike, 8, 17.
I'm going to
poison.
uncanny dodge that second
The second one?
Yeah.
Okay. So 8 and 11, you take 19 points of damage from the first strike, and then 8, 25, have to 12 points of damage from the second strike. And that is going to end their turn. And Mr. Strauss, it is your turn, good sir.
What remains on the battlefield?
You see at this point now, 4 cloakers and 2 drow.
Okay. And is anything lined up?
The cloakers, with your current vantage point, 5, yes, actually 2. You could get to 2.
Okay. And is there anyone within range? The one just hit Yendelin, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet away.
Okay. I will give a nod to Nissa, and I will begin to hum.
All right.
And as this humming takes place, the vibrations coming from my mouth begin to take physical shape, creating this haze, almost like a heat illusion that begins to vibrate out further and further from me as the air around me is distorted and I go into my blade song.
All right, let's go, dude. Cool.
And I will take off toward the drow by Yendelin.
All right.
And
excellent.
I will, in mid-motion, whip my hand forward as I draw my sword.
Oh.
And I'll duck to give you an opening.
Yeah. And as within my hand appears this very simple handle that concludes in a long, straight blade with a misty after image. It is visibly steaming, and it has this like translucent, opalescent quivering that is happening around it, and it almost seems to within its scab or within its handle, it almost seems to quiver on its own, creating the sound of a whipping piece of metal as it flutters. And I'm gonna make an attack.
Let's do it. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls, sir.
Get it.
All right.
I only have the one. All right. That's gonna be. How do you do anything?
See, it's
How
hard. It's
do
your
do?
turn.
How do you? I'm like, I have so many spells. That's gonna be a 20.
20 just hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
19.
19. Okay, go ahead and roll damage for me.
Sorry, I have sneak attack.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You got a buddy right there, too. Look at that.
Look at that.
This little guy. He's just
Roll
hanging
those
out.
D6.
I was enjoying all of your turns so immensely.
Awesome.
It was
Well, tell you what, this is a minion, so he's dead. No matter what you roll, he's
Click on your
dead.
weapon and it'll tell you the damage.
So you, as you come in, that humming begins to emanate from you, and Yendelin, you hear a sound now that you have heard on so many missions over the course of the last 20 years of being a veteran of this war. You hear that familiar hum, and you duck, and a head just flies off into the dark as that guy is dead.
That guy gone.
That brings us to some minions. They're coming after you, pal.
Do it.
So,
See what happens.
Blue. Okay. One of them comes in, and you see this tail come out and whip towards you. That is critical.
No.
Natural 20.
Total.
The total is 28. It doesn't matter. It's a crit. Hits anyway. You can't shield that, buddy.
No.
And you are going to take 16 points of slashing damage.
Ow!
Stop it.
Ow.
How do I, hang on. If I mute a conversation on my phone, will it mute? Will it mute?
Man, they
Can
really
I tell
need
these
his
people
attention.
to shut the hell up? This is my group chat with all of my friends, and I hate them all right now. I would really
We're
love
your only friends,
hide
Seth.
alerts.
They're like, dude,
Can they not tell
I'm just gonna leave this conversation right now.
the most passive aggressive.
They'll get over it.
Seth has left the chat.
I'll get over it. Leave me alone. All right, I'm busy.
That's what you get.
I'm busy. Okay.
16 points of damage
16 points of damage. Yes.
plus something, or is there more?
You
don't
There
need
doesn't
more.
have to be.
Yeah, you don't need more.
We can just
No,
say
it's just 16.
Oh.
It's 16. You take 16 points of damage from that minion, and then the other minion is going to fly at you. And actually, nope. One towards you,
okay.
and two are going to go for you, Strauss, as they all close in upon you guys. Tail at you, you, Thalion,
Yeah.
21 to hit on the second attack.
It's only one more. It'll be fine.
8 points of damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, and then Strauss, 2 tail attacks coming at you, bud.
Okay.
26 to hit?
Oof.
Jeez.
I will shield.
You mother. So what is that, 29 now, AC?
It is. Yep.
Blade Singers, folks. All right, second attack. 27 to hit, still misses. As
That's
these,
insane.
what does that look like when these tail stingers bounce off of this arcane shield?
The shimmering of my blade song displaces my image so that as it sort of cuts through the sound waves, the sonic waves, forcefully push them just shy of where they should be
And
hitting me.
especially these Underdark creatures who are so reliant on sound to navigate the world. They unfortunately are confused and their tails lash out aimlessly towards you. Narissa, it is up. You are back up on deck, and you have... Oh, man, why did I do this? There are 3 cloakers just lined up so perfect for you.
Well, I only have 2 attacks. I
5,
can't.
10,
Oh, they're
15,
lined up?
20,
They're lined up?
Yeah.
Get 'em.
Yeah. There's 3.
Don't
Yep.
mind if I do.
right.
I would like to angle myself in whatever way keeps them lined up for me.
you just move up 20 feet, and you're like, oh, look at that.
Am I still within 30 feet of my boy?
You are 5, 10, 15, 20, yep, 25 feet away.
Brilliant. Love it.
All right, go ahead
Okay.
and roll an attack for me. Roll some attacks.
Ooh, okay, wait. Am I not? 16?
16 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. We'll see if you get some overkill.
Roll like really high.
Real high.
What?
That's high.
That's really high.
high.
That's almost as high as it can go.
I mean, one off.
It's 22?
22. So the first cloaker falls. The second one behind it falls as you have enough to overkill for the 2. And there are 2 left. You can only get 1. These 2 are not lined up, but go ahead and roll for your second attack.
Who is close to which one are any of them close to Strauss?
Neither is close to Strauss. There are 2 on Thalia.
Oh, well, okay, I'll get one of them.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Go ahead and roll for attack.
A lot. So much. Like 26
Jeez,
to hit.
you are the cloaker feller, as they just be these dumb idiots begin to drop from the roof.
13
and
points of damage.
You absolutely demolish it with that final shot. Anything else with your turn?
No.
All right. That was enough.
Yeah, you satisfied?
Awesome.
That's all I've got in me for right now.
That is going to end your turn. And Yendelin brings us back to you. There is one cloaker left on your brother and one drow who is beginning to turn away and run towards the entrance.
What's the light like in here?
How'd I know?
Is it pretty dim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Pretty dim?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
So you see this drow is like, oh, God, and turns to run away from you monsters.
how far away is it from me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet away. 45 feet away.
I just drop my sword. It's in my hand, and I drop it to my side, and my other hand to my side, and close my eyes, and start to fade into the shadows.
Uh-huh.
And I reappear in the shadows right in front of this drow as I use shadow step.
Oh, all right.
Just step in front of it
As
and
you like
slice
almost,
it with spore.
as he turns to run and he sees you across the way, as you step back and disappear into the shadows, and then he turns to run and you step out of them.
And
from in front of him.
all he sees is my eyes open, and these platinum eyes are staring, and I say, hello.
Oh God. Okay, go ahead.
That's gonna be a something. It's like I was on the wrong one. Never fails. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
There you go.
How does this drow die? As you
Nice.
what do you do?
So as I say hello, my left hand comes up to cover the mouth, and the blade sinks in the midsection very slowly, spreading necrosis and spoils. And as I lay them down to the ground.
And you hear the rattling death rattle leave this creature. Thalion, there's one cloaker left on you.
Wait a second. I think I can. How far away is it?
Oh, how far away is Thalion?
The other
From
one.
you? 5, 10, 15, 20, 45 feet away.
Okay,
also.
just outside.
All right. And,
My range.
All right, and that goes to you, bud.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
just like look up at it.
All right.
20 total.
20 total. Hits. Tell me how this dies.
Similar to that, it's like blade right through the midsection.
Yeah.
Just like right up.
And it's like trying to flap away.
And I just, as it's flapping away, I just smack it into the ground.
Ooh.
And then pull the blade out.
And the sort of burning blood
Yep.
from your blade splashes across the ground, and we are out of initiative, folks. Oh, wow. Okay.
That hurt.
Okay. You guys are in the cloaker den. You're not sure how long it's going to be before any additional riders return, but you are in here. There is apparently one exit that you can see that leads down on sort of a ladder away from this space where the drow that Yendelin just is laying down gently is being put to rest. What do you guys do?
Onward.
Quickly.
All right.
I kicked the...
Yendelin, next time, if you could please just take a moment before killing them, maybe ask them what this item is so that we can find it a little bit easier.
I mean, technically, you did kill most of them, so why didn't you stop?
You did kill more, no?
This one was running.
Lead
it was
by
the
example,
end.
Nerissa.
He was
Excuse
the
me?
only one left.
Spore's deadly. What do you want?
Yes, well, maybe the spores can tell you where the weapon is.
There will
Shit.
undoubtedly be
Spores.
more.
Where's the weapon? No.
Let us continue. I'm just saying that next time, if we could please just one.
It's not a bad idea, but let's move.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay, so
I'll take lead.
you guys go
Scout
down.
ahead.
You guys go down the ladder.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, you go down the ladder and you see a large cavern open up ahead of you. You see that there is just basically one straight path forward.
Onward.
All right. So you guys begin to move down
I'll
this
stay kind
pathway.
of at the back. I'll
You
let
stay
them
at the
take
back?
lead. Yeah.
Okay, so marching order is Yendelin out front. The two of you,
I'll be right behind you.
you're right behind Yendelin. So the two of you are kind of out front, right? About
Yeah,
10
we
feet
have passed
apart.
without a trace
Yeah.
right now. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah,
I-
you guys. Yeah, you're still concentrating on that. So okay.
Yeah.
So pass without. You are pass.
Oh yeah.
without
Do I
trace.
need to?
Say again?
Do I need to roll for that?
Probably.
Concentration.
Did you get hit?
Yeah.
much
Go
damage
ahead.
did you
Yeah,
take?
roll a
Yeah.
con
I
save
took.
for me.
That was quick.
Roll a con save.
What did I
for
take?
me.
I took-
Yeah.
31 points of damage.
But they're two different attacks.
Oh, they were
so-
two different attacks, so 19 and 12.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
Oof.
Not so good.
Uh-oh.
Below 10?
Yeah.
So that trace is gone.
Rough.
All right. Would you like to recast?
Yes.
Okay. So once again, the shadows coil around all of you,
Nice.
and you begin to make your way down this pathway. Several hundred feet pass. Nothing comes up this way. You arrive at a fork. One that goes straight, one that goes off to your left. Which path?
Can we see which path appears to be more tread?
Make a survival check for me as you look down to the ground. As Narissa, you hearkening to your roots, you come down on the ground and you begin to look for the telltale signs of passage.
Oof. 24.
24, jeez. Okay, you look down and you see definitively the path that goes straight ahead is by far the most trodden. Make an insight check for me.
15.
15, okay. Narissa, you are the team leader of one of the most elite military units inside of Westreach. You know, as sure as daylight, that ahead is probably the barracks where the Cloaker Riders are. Like that's the barracks. To your left, you're not sure, but straight ahead's the barracks.
I make a quick hand symbol, 2 fingers to the left, and I lead on.
All right, you guys go down the left passage.
Or I allow
Yeah.
Yendelin to lead on.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the signal.
All right, so
I'll take it. Yeah.
like a shadow, Yendelin goes out in front.
As I pass Nissa, I just bop her with my head on the shoulder.
Yeah. little, yep, love it. Excellent. Okay.
As
Cat.
we're moving down, I'm staying in the back. I'd like to just down the greater healing.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you go ahead, pop it
How many
off.
is that?
Yep. 4d4 plus 8,
Plus 8, 44.
right? Someone just 44 plus 4. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So
Yikes.
you continue to follow this path for another several hundred feet, and you arrive at a T-junction. One that goes to your right, one that goes to your left, and just around the corner off to your left, you see another pathway that kind of continues straight. So it's like, if you're from your perspective, you see off to the right, very trodden path. You see to the left, and then like another offshoot cavern goes off to the right side from that. Which way are you going?
Can I make another?
Yeah, okay. As you look down to the ground, once again, you see the path that goes right, very well trodden.
Yep.
Basically, the path that's straight ahead of you. You know directionally because you are a ranger.
I am a ranger.
You know the barracks are to your right now. So if you go left, you're going to avoid the barracks.
Left.
All right, left. And then you arrive at that juncture where you can go right or you can go straight. Straight looks very well trodden. In fact, like super well trodden. And from that distance, what's your passive?
My passive perception?
Yeah.
16.
16. You can hear the sounds of, because this has been, you haven't even been going for 2 minutes or something at this point. You can hear the sounds of combat in the Drake Riders. You hear Thoraxians like telltale roar, as you know that likely straight ahead of you is where the main entrance into this encampment
Okay.
is. So you go right.
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
You go down.
No, I don't know. No, you're
We
right.
don't need to go
You
back
go
there.
down. You travel south for several hundred feet,
Mhm.
and then you all enter into a cross section.
Okay.
You feel this familiar sensation of like magic ripple over you as a dispel magic is cast
Oh.
upon all of you. Pass without trace drops
Dropping
once
past
again.
Okay.
As you reach an intersection, you see a series of wards on the ceiling flare and magic drops. Any spells that any of you are under the effect of right now are dispelled.
Magical items? No.
Magical items are fine.
I'm
But-
gonna add that.
Yeah.
Quaff my invisibility potion.
Okay. So immediately after,
Yeah.
look at you. You smart. Okay. So you quaff your
Like
invisibility
this.
potion?
I'm
Sorry
gonna
to
follow
cut you
suit.
off.
I'm gonna down mine.
Sure, I'll do it too.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. I guess. Like,
Let's
what
do
are we
it.
doing here?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I would also like to look and see as I take my potion. I'm gonna pull out what my aunt gave me.
Okay.
What is that?
Okay.
Oh.
As you look down, you see a very well-crafted, just like braided leather cord, and you see a singular black pearl, like a pretty big one, about the
Okay.
size of a silver coin, that's just hanging there, and it's beautiful. It's just a singular black pearl.
I tuck it into my armor, into close to my heart.
Okay. Tuck it into the armor. You guys continue on.
Do I see this?
Yep.
I will pull a trinket out from under my armor that has a white pearl in it. Just like mine.
Yes, love.
Amazing. The four of you continue to move along this hallway, and very quickly, what are your guys' past perceptions one more time? Remind me.
14.
14?
19.
19.
16.
16.
13.
13. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
So you're out in front, but you're not far behind him, Strauss. And as you guys are running forward, Strauss, you begin to hear, before Yendelin does, the sound of like voices being raised. That sounds, and again, this is a sound that you're familiar with because of your backgrounds. It sounds like soldiers like talking, just kind of. Just sounds like the sort of
like
dull
cavorting?
roar. Yeah, like the dull roar of just soldiers on activity. I will say it is all in Undercommon. Do you speak Undercommon?
I do.
I do.
No, I
You do.
I do.
Okay. So the two of you, as Strauss, as you come
Because
ahead, you
I'm a
hear it
ranger.
first,
Yeah.
and you point it out
I
to the rest of
studied
the
in
group.
Underdark.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you hear it first and you point it out. And yeah, as the two of you begin to listen, you just hear the sounds of you do hear the sounds of like orders being given, like a muster, like people are starting to get ready to head out. And you hear like the din of activity, like the clashing of swords and shields as they're being like readied and weapons being polished. And you hear that noise straight ahead of you.
Okay. And are there any other? There's no other paths, I presume, at this juncture.
Make an investigation check for me. I'll allow your choice of investigation or perception.
Might I assist in any way?
No. Perception is an option, you said?
Mm-hmm.
You do know I have spent so much time down here.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty
Ooh.
20.
Hey.
Okay. Strauss, as you hear this din of soldiers ahead of you, you start to look around. Yeah, you shush the rest of the group. So they all
I think at this
pause.
point I finally caught up.
Yeah, right. Clink, clink, clink.
Clink.
You shush the rest of the group and you start to look around at the cavern around you, and it's wide. Like this is probably 20 or 30 feet across at least. Oddly smooth. Something that you notice. But you look up and you can see sort of up on the ceiling, probably about 30 feet up and to the right, you see just the tiniest, like a natural fissure in the rock. It's maybe maybe a foot or something like that. And you just see darkness behind it. It almost looks like whatever created or made this tunnel kind of ran into the edge of something else, like a natural formation. And you just see this tiny, tiny opening.
I will alert the others to that, I assume, through some sort of scuffling sounds I
Yeah.
can make since we're all invisible.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay.
We're used to this.
Yeah. Look up. There is fissure.
All right.
Do we see anything different do I see anything different when I look up? It is my favored.
Yeah, you're in your favorite terrain. Okay. Nissa, as you look up, you, with your excellent dark vision, you can pierce the sort of obscure bits of the shadow that even here cling. One thing that you also notice, even for you, with your vision and the gifts that you've been given, the shadows here cling. They're deep. There's something about them. But you do look and you see that there is a very short, opening, and then it does appear to open up a little bit more behind it.
Yendelin, it looks like they have something similar to your darkness that you can do.
Well, yes. Do you think it is coming from the machine or person?
It's quite possible. Seems likely.
Maybe this is the excess runoff of the darkness.
There's some space up there in the... if you
big
can
enough?
get through the fissure, it is large enough for us.
Is that where we need to go?
We could follow the trail.
Or
How
we could
hard
wait
could it be?
as these soldiers get
They
ready to
can
leave.
pass us. We're invisible right now.
Would it involve climbing to get to it? Okay.
Not for me.
Right. We have ways we can run a rope.
Shit, you can do that. Are you gonna do that?
Why don't we just send...
Okay.
I'm gone. I'm
I
up in
think
the crevice.
Yendelin is
All
already
right.
going.
So you look up into the darkness, and you don't have to crawl through there as you just step backwards and then forwards into the shadows that you see up in this fissure. And you find yourself standing in a very, very small natural cavern that appears to sort of follow a very winding pathway that veers very quickly like off and away to the right from where you are now. Like basically the path you're on would take you straight into what you know now are probably barracks of some kind. And this pathway veers off and away. In a different direction.
After a moment, I'll kind of look in that direction. And I'll kind of like hold my finger up to my ear, and as I rub it down the ear, you see that white flame kind of just rub down it, and I'll whisper, "Brother, what do you see?" as like as a message.
Okay.
It opens up. It's a different direction. It's probably worth trying.
Yendelin seems it's the way to go.
Well,
We just have to get up there somehow.
Can Yendelin throw down a rope?
Hold
Did he
on.
forget?
And I will
Can he?
darling,
rub my ear again.
can you try to say that in a more
Strauss
gentle
is
way?
wondering about a rope.
That is gentle. I am locked in. I am gentle. I don't know what all this criticism is for.
As you're having that, a rope appears.
She's shucked out of the hole. Okay.
I
And
kind of grab it and just, Strauss,
Thank you.
of course.
all right.
Scale.
Yeah, very quickly, all the three of you who still remain in the cavern shimmy up this 30 feet of rope. It is a tight squeeze. You're going to need some assistance in your armor, but eventually you scrape your way through, and you may have to like quickly take off some pieces and throw it in, so you just armor getting chucked through the hole. But very quickly, with the help of your comrades, you're able to strap back in, and you begin to go down this sort of
Brother,
winding pathway.
you really need to learn armorless defense.
All right. Well, okay. Teach me when we get to the Firewood.
All right.
All right. You guys carry on following this pathway. Eventually, you get to a point where you can see it goes off to the left and then also straight. There is a fork in the road.
Yes.
The path that leads left, because of where you've studied and specifically some of your innate abilities, there's a slight shimmer to the air down this left passageway. Just faint. A organic matter that is floating in the air. And it looks familiar to you.
Familiar as in spores, and that's to the left.
Yep.
Actually, I'll reach out with spore. And just a slight spark of electricity will go from the spores on spore to a few in the air. There's a toxin in the air.
Another way it is.
Lead
Well-
on, Yendelin.
We know that they do not want us going down this path. There is...
Could be something there.
Yes.
Yendelin, does this affect you?
I'll step into it and find out.
Okay. You step in to the sort of like this hazy air that you see around you. Breathe in deep. Make a con save.
Yeah! Critic, bang, bang! Let's go!
All right. Okay. Now let me figure out what you just avoided. Okay. So, you feel the attempt at something kind of cloying, and immediately as you breathe in deep, like a heady sensation, like blood rushes to your head, and you feel yourself grow woozy, and like almost like a soporific
Close
effect.
to the effect that I can cause.
Close. And you begin to feel this like almost like soporific effect as your eyelids can't help but droop, but you shake off the worst effects, and you avoid being poisoned by these spores.
How long is this? Can I see? to
As
the
you
end of
look, it like is suffused throughout the entirety of the
Yeah.
cavern down this way.
I'm gonna quietly,
Yeah.
but have my voice travel to
Yeah.
Yendelin. Yendelin, is that natural or suspicious?
I step out of it.
Yeah.
Definitely suspicious.
Well, that's not what I mean. I mean,
Does
could
it
it
seem
be
like
here
they-
naturally, or was it? Is it growing on the walls, or did they put it here?
I think it was put here, but I have nothing for it. Do.
Is there any indication if I look down that this is emanating from a source or
and I'll do something also too that we've been doing earlier.
Make an investigation check for me. Okay.
We've been looking at paths and tracks and seeing what's traveled. Does it seem like even though this is here that there are people going down this path? Like I'll look at the ground.
Make a survival
Does
check.
it look trodden?
Yeah, make a survival check. Strauss, what was your investigation?
It's a natural one.
Oh, okay.
I brought my 1d20. I'm just gonna
as you look down, you
ride or
you
die
don't-
with this guy.
The thing that you notice is that the air is heavy, and now that you're all been kind of pointed, it's all been pointed out to you guys. There is a hazy quality to the air that you see, but you don't see any end, and you don't see any point of origination for any of it. Go ahead. And what was your
very
survival?
obviously I will kneel down, clank, clank, and I'm just like looking at the ground and I'm feeling it, and like I rolled a 6. So
Okay. Yeah, you can't.
26 survival.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. Two things. There are, as you look around, there are no, as you look to the ground, there's no tracks in here, at least none that you can identify as human. To your knowledge, nobody has passed through here in any recent memory. Also, with that level of survival check, and because of your background, these are natural.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are natural. They're it's not like you've ran into things like this before. Like it is a consequence of certain flora and their presence in an area. And because of your experience in the Underdark, you know that there are just varieties of spores
Pockets.
that just exist, and it's a natural defense mechanism for some of these things.
Gwendolyn, what are the spores telling you?
That we should go the other way.
Well, then let's do that.
That is a comfort.
All right, you guys
Quickly,
push
yeah,
on?
we are. We need
You're
to.
pushing the other way.
We're
Okay.
pushing, yeah.
Push.
All right, you guys continue to follow this cavern. And after probably 4 or additional 5 minutes of walking, there are no major breaks. You see the occasional fork in the road, but as you look down, it looks like it ends sort of in these like empty dead end Ys and things like that. And occasionally it goes up and it goes down and the elevation changes. But you do get the sense that you are descending. Like you're definitely descending lower and lower and lower.
Do you feel that? We're going into the earth.
that's good, right? Yes.
It is just information. It is probably bad.
Yeah.
How do we get out of inside the earth?
Well, there's the lower.
We
There's the
keep
lower
going.
exit.
That's how. We keep going.
Onward.
Right.
All right. You keep going until ahead of you, you begin to see light. Faint purple that emanates along the walls. You see a slight opening. And as you all begin to approach, Gwendolyn in the lead, Gwendolyn, you see as you come to sort of odd landing, and you hear the wind begin to pick up. And you arrive at the end of this cavern, and you face a precipitous drop, hundreds of feet. And you see below you a massive, sprawling cavern. You see twinkling lights along the ground. You see a stream that winds through this sort of roughly octagonal cavern. And directly beneath you, you see a massive stalactite coming down from the ceiling. And it's not so much below you as it is like kind of directly across from you, actually. You see this massive stalactite, and you see small openings carved into it with light emanating from openings in this. And you see off to the left on the stalactite, it goes and ends before it reaches the ground of the cavern. But you see this series of sort of twisting, now that you get a chance to look at them, definitively constructed bridges that bridge the gap between all of these massive stalagmites. I got it right. Stalagmites that come up from the ground, these bridges that wind upwards towards the base of this stalactite that comes down from the ceiling. And you
How far is it from?
the
said it's a massive
central spire, probably at least 150 feet.
Oh, it's far. Yeah. Okay.
At least. I'd say 200 feet. or so.
That is the discernible like path forward at this point. It's down, right?
Yeah, so like you guys are at the, like basically you've come to a cave opening in the side of this much, much bigger cavern, and there is a 100% precipitous drop below you and that central stalactite across from you. And then you see below you figures moving along the ground as you see drow and formations and various tents and small buildings all clustered sort of at the base underneath this large stalactite.
Is there anything? Are we too far up to make out any?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay. 25.
25. Holy cow. Okay. Found you. You're right there. Okay. Strauss, your keen eyes look around and you begin to try to get a sense of this stalactite and the layout and see if there's any obvious path forward. You see definitively the shadows are clinging to this central spire that hangs down from the ceiling. And just barely off to the left from your current vantage point, around kind of the back, you just see the very, very edge of what looks to be a platform, something jutting out from the side of this central spire.
Do you see the platform? Over there.
Yes.
Yes, but how do we get there?
Do you think the source is inside the spire?
It seems...
Likely.
Yes.
Well, if we blow it up, added bonus of spire falling on people below.
That is true.
True.
Right, I hope they are all soldiers.
Eh,
They're here.
Fair enough.
How far away does this platform appear to be?
At 170 feet.
Are there divots in the wall so that we can kind of like, if we were to angle
It's-
ourselves closer?
Oh, interesting.
Like, not switchbacks necessarily, but like
Yeah.
something similar?
You think if you could get on the stalactite proper, you might be able to find purchase because it is naturally kind of craggy and rocky. There's no obvious exterior.
What's the distance from us to the stalactite?
150
That's
feet.
the 100.
150?
The
Yeah, it's
close
far.
edge is 150 feet, and then like off around the edge, you see about 170, 180 feet away is you can just barely make out because you're limited in left and right latitude from where you can go. It's just this small opening in the side of the cavern wall, but you see just that corner of something.
I could take Piton and teleport that direction, plug Piton into ceiling with rope, and then we swing across. That is one option.
That seems to be a wise option.
If there's not better idea.
I mean, call your dragon.
Sorry?
Call your dragon.
It's a drake.
Aradanus does not operate below.
Seems a weird distinction to make.
He belongs
here.
in the sky. Have you not seen Aradanus? You,
Now
I
is
know you
not the
have it. It's a
time.
rhetorical
Now is
question.
not the time.
I like your idea.
All right. If I
Do
fall, I will not die. So please try to come
Do
down.
not fall.
Right, I won't. Good advice.
Just don't.
We're elite. Don't fall.
So yeah, I will pull out a piton.
Okay.
Get into a position where I will have the most upward force.
Okay.
And I will see if I can spot a good ceiling foothold
jeez.
where I might jab this thing.
Okay.
I have Misty Step, so
Okay.
that's the range that I'm operating within.
Yeah,
Okay.
right before he goes, I might do something too.
Okay. Well, tell you what. Before we do that, go ahead and do whatever you're going to do because that
yeah.
might change.
If it seems
some
like you might
stuff.
know what you're about to do, I will kind of see, oh, he's about to go, and I'll reach down and I'll grab my holy symbol. Huntress, guide him. And I will reach out and touch him as my hand turns to that white flame. But when I place it on your shoulder, it doesn't feel like burning, but it feels like a warmth as I cast guidance.
Hey.
You shouldn't have.
All right.
Don't get used to it.
Okay. So, stalactite, 150 feet away, ceiling relatively far above you. You are trying to get to the ceiling, put the piton in, and create like a point of so you can cantilever it.
Swing ability.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're gonna misty step, and then you'll have a moment to try to jab it in. Oh God, this is crazy.
It's only 60 feet though, right? It's you can go 60
You
feet.
can Misty Steps. It's
30 feet.
30 for Misty
Then I'm
Step.
putting a fucking rope on him.
Wait.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, how does that work? Does anyway?
Oh, can
yeah,
rope
that's a
Misty
weird
Step
rope.
with him?
Wait,
That's
you
a
don't-
weird one.
What about, if all
What
of his
happens
stuff
to a
goes
piece of
with
rope
him?
if someone teleports? Well, actually, no, they'd go out of it because if someone is bound by ropes, they can use teleport
out
to
of
get
it.
out of it.
I'm sorry.
So,
I must have misunderstood.
Yeah.
How far is the ceiling above us?
a long way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's my fault. I didn't say it until just
How
now.
far is the ceiling above us?
Like probably 60, 80 feet. 80
Your
feet.
idea is
If-
terrible.
I
However,
apologize. Bed plan.
however,
I have
what
another
is the
solution.
time? What is the time, DM, to pull out a rope trick after Misty stepping
No,
with a person and then rope tripping?
I have simpler, less dangerous options.
Okay.
And I will cast Spider Climb.
Oh shit! Wait. Sorry. Okay, so you just cast spider climb? Amazing.
mind.
As I begin to like this like pattering of sounds begins to emanate out from me as like the shimmering aura around my body begins, and I will reach very slowly until I can feel the tactile nature of the spell connect me to the wall, and I will begin to walk across the wall with a piton in hand.
All right.
To walk up to the ceiling.
So
That is
now
so
you
much
attach the
safer.
rope, and you see as Strauss
It
just
is just
begins
more
to...
boring. I would think you would say I was not locked in.
You know,
Strauss, as you climb along the ceiling, them chirping at you as you climb up. I would not be locked in. And then you see as Strauss like just kind of disappears out of sight for a moment, and then you see him continuing to crawl across the ceiling. With your previous investigation check, you are able to find a secure spot. So about at the halfway point, you get about 75 feet away,
Okay.
and you have 100 feet of rope. You get 75 feet away, and you find a good deep sort of crevice in the roof that you're able to shove the piton in, expand it. I don't know why I made that noise. Expand it,
Weird
and
ceiling.
you're able to like test. Yeah, it's hollow, I guess. The Earth is hollow. Anyway, so you're able to get the piton in, and you feel that it's very secure, and you're able to tie the rope. Oh my gosh, you guys are out of your minds. Okay, so and you bring the rope back to the group.
Yep.
Who's doing this first?
I will.
Okay. You grab the rope that Strauss has cemented into the ceiling.
Talion, the thing with the blessing of the goddess.
Yes.
And my love, please.
No, I can only do it once.
Just once.
Kidding. Fine. And I
It's
will,
at a time like
I will rub
this.
my fingers together and, reach over.
All right.
Touch her shoulder.
Guidance. Okay.
Huntress guide her.
Huntress guide her. You grab the rope, make a run for the edge of the cavern, and you leap with rope in hand, aiming for the platform on the other side, 180 feet away. Okay, before you roll, this is going to be an acrobatics check. This is a DC 20. You are hurtling across
What do I
an
add?
empty space.
What do I add with bless?
And yeah, you can add the bless, of
What
course.
do I-
Yeah,
a
this is
4
an
or a
ability check.
6? Which
It's a
are we doing
D4.
yours or are we doing?
A D4. Yeah, D4 for this traditional guidance.
Ooh, boy.
Nothing could go wrong.
It'll be fine.
Okay,
Hey.
that is a 19 plus 4.
Plus your dex, right?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
did my
you
math.
guys see as your team leader, Nissa, runs at the edge of this gap, leaps into the air, arms outstretched. You grab the rope around
We still
your...
have our float suits.
Yeah, oh yeah, give a little extra altitude. You grab and you feel the rope go taut as you pick up speed, and then you have to release the rope kind of at the end of the arc and make the last 40 feet or so free falling. And you see as that you sort of take it around
Luckily,
the
I still
arc.
have that suit on.
And you reach your arms out as you land hard on the platform. You are gonna take a couple d6 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall and roll. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash onto the platform and roll hard into the ground. And you see a balcony.
Huh? I see what?
A balcony.
Oh.
You see beautifully carved, gorgeous rock emblazoned in each sort of sconce along the stretch of this. You see 2 crowns, the symbol of the Kangxi Drow. And you are across the way as you wait for your group. What's your passive perception?
16.
Okay, thank you. Who's next?
Nope.
Who's next?
It is pretty dangerous.
You should climb across.
I'll go.
Yes, I will not be swinging. This is
Yeah,
for
you can climb.
All right, cool.
Yeah, as
See you on the other side,
rope
I
swings
suppose.
back. Oh, hey, can I make mine easier? Because when I make my leap, I'm going to shadow step to the other side.
Do it.
All right. Cool. Okay. Because you don't have to jump the last 40 feet off of the rope, your DC will be a 15.
Oh.
And you have to, so go ahead and make a DC 15 acrobatics check for me.
While I'm waiting for them to make it,
Yeah.
I would like to be like I would like to investigate to see if I can find
Yeah.
a source of like where what we're trying to get to, where
Absolutely.
we're trying to.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, or perception, your
And I
choice.
stand, brother, where are you?
I'm right behind. Oh, right. Yes, you can't see me. We're still invisible, right?
You are not. You cast guidance. He is not. He cast.
Oh, you are? Okay.
He cast the spider
Spider
climb.
climb, yep.
Thank you. And
So
then
us two are.
You two are still invisible. I think.
For the moment. So I walk over and I put my finger in your ear.
Damn it, brother. What?
Blessing, please.
You could have just asked.
I did.
Huntress guide him.
Maybe a
See you
little
on the
too
other
firm on the
Yeah, kind
shoulder.
of like push you off the edge.
See you on the other side.
Go.
Oh yeah, made it. That's like 18 plus D4. So yeah,
Okay.
we in there.
Awesome. As you.
So as I get halfway, I just vanish.
Yep. And Nissa, you feel the sort of disturbance of the wind as his form arrives, sort of pretty close to you on the platform. As you are beginning to case around, I'm gonna get back to you.
And
Nicely
I'm
done.
visible.
Nicely done.
And you
Oh.
are Strauss. You are climbing across the ceiling. Strauss, just because. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me, please.
Add a plus 10 to that, homie.
Do I still?
You're not within 30 feet.
Yeah. There's no way.
No,
But
sir.
he's still invisible though.
He is
No, I'm
still
not.
no. He's not. He's
I'm
not.
spider
He cast
Yeah,
spider
he's
climb.
cast spider
We got
climb.
dispelled. We got dispelled anyway.
Yeah. All right. No, the invisibility potions are
Yeah.
gone now. All right. So what did you get?
Huntress guide
That's
me.
a 24, DM.
24.
Yeah, he's good, right?
Like a wraith across the ceiling.
Fuck you. All right.
As this, the like quivers of sound around me are like carving little tiny spots into the rock as I'm moving along it. They're making these pressure points to keep me
Okay.
connected to the ceiling.
As you make your way across the ceiling, based on some noises over here, I don't know how well this
I rolled
went.
so well.
All right,
So
Valian.
it's a 6. Then I add 1 to make it a 7, and then I add 5.
12.
Yeah. So also though, does it look like
I'm really excited to see you try to sell this to me.
does it look like I could maybe use my bonus action to get?
Okay, I will. So you swing. The swinging is not the hard part. It's the last 40 feet. The timing of the release.
I will try to release myself so I at least get into 30 feet range.
As you release, you see that like you didn't quite time the arc of the rope swinging, and the platform, you're going this way, and the platform is that way.
No.
As you
see.
begin to sail outward into open space with a probably 300-foot drop below you, what do you do?
I kind of quickly reach out my hand as I say, "Oh, Huntress!" And from my tips of my fingers, they turn that white fire as it kind of quickly envelops my body, and my whole body turns into this white fire, and it snuffs out, and immediately on the platform, this white fire reappears as I cast Misty Step.
Misty Step. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Are you?
Or maybe as close as I can get.
You are.
How far is he from us?
Here's what I'm gonna do. We roll a percentile.
Can
die.
I notice-
There is a 50-50 shot. You are within 30 feet right now.
Can I
So,
notice that he is like when I land, turn and look back to see?
I'm very
He's very not invisible. So he is hurtling through the air, and yes, it's your brother. You hear
So-
him, you see him, and you see he's going this way, and the platform is that way.
I will
I will
All right, Yendelin, you first.
hand Nissa an end of the rope, and I will take the other end, and I'm getting ready to jump.
I will
Okay.
hold him back.
Okay. Oh.
And I will pull an actual arrow
Okay.
from my quiver.
Uh-huh.
Tie that rope that you gave me to the end of it.
Nice.
And I will aim for A shoulder.
All right. Oh, jeez. Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, it's
Okay. So here's how this works.
Look, do you want a
gonna roll-
mortal wound
You're gonna
or
roll
a flesh wound?
You're gonna roll a 50. You're gonna roll a percentile die. There's a 50-50 shot. You are within 30 feet. If you are
After- so
under
this is after the
50
Misty
or
Step.
under 50 or under,
Okay.
you are within 30 feet. 50 or over, you are 40 feet away.
So I just need to roll 1.
You just need to roll 1 percentile dice.
It's 50.
What if it's 50?
5. Now you need to
5-0.
roll. Now you need to roll the other one. And if it's a 0, you're good. If it's anything above that, you are. Yeah, if it's a 0.
Nope, it's
not a
56.
56. So you Misty Step, and he's 10 feet away. Make an attack roll for me, Nissa.
Ooh, 16. Well, actually, if I miss, I get to immediately
Oh
go
my
again.
God! That's awesome.
Yeah, my AC is 20.
Okay, so 20. So you see as you shoot, and it ping glances off the arrow, but you use Stalker's Flurry to immediately draw another arrow.
Yeah, that'll do it. 13 plus 9.
As he falls, you run to the edge of the platform, pull out an arrow, and it sinks. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Sorry. That's 18 points of damage.
18. You take 18 points of damage as an arrow thuds into your shoulder, and the rope on the end of it you're able to grab a hold of as you feel the rope go taut. And oh man. And you're hanging off of the edge of the balcony, 100 feet down on rope, swinging gently, bleeding from the shoulder as you are over the platform. And Yendelin, you have your brother, and you have the rope around your waist.
Brother.
As he gets to the top, I push my hand onto his shoulder. I pull out, and as I'm pulling out the arrow, I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, you're gonna cast Cure Wounds. You're able to get Thalion up over the edge of the balcony, and you were all
He
successfully
gets
on.
8 points
Oh,
of healing
man.
back.
Wow. Okay. You were about to take a whole lot of fall damage.
I like to think I finally arrive after
Yes,
all.
after all of that. Then you guys see Strauss just chilling, comes down. Amazing.
8 points of healing.
Okay. 8 points of healing. All right. As they were preparing to make the traverse across, Nissa, what did you get on your investigation check earlier?
Like a 16, I think.
Okay.
It's been a while. There's been some things. There's been some things that have happened.
Okay, so as you look, you see before you as you look in, you can see there are small crenellations and openings, and as you kind of like go up to them, trying to be quiet, you look in and you see a beautiful, expansive bedroom. It is empty. And there are 2 doors
Strauss,
that lead in.
I think you might have been right.
Right about what? I mean, of course, but about what?
I think it's likely this item is a creature, not an item.
Probably easier to kill. I don't know how machines work.
That is true, potentially. It's empty.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to identify like where someone might be? Like, can I just walk inside? Am I still invisible because I haven't cast? Oh, I just cast a spell.
You cast
but
Cure
I just
Wounds,
cast.
so yeah.
But
I think now all of the invisibility
attack
potions
and
are
you-
off.
but I
And you attack,
can
yeah.
cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. So you cast Pass Without a Trace on yourself, and you're able to go.
On all
Or
of
she
us.
goes-
On all of us.
On all of you,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, of course. Okay, so you cast Pass Without Trace, and as you look in, the bedroom is definitively empty. As you look around, you don't see any signs. The bed is made. Let's see.
It is made?
It is made. The bed is made.
When we enter the room,
Yeah.
I will reach up my hand, just realizing that we've kind of gotten to a place that seems important, and I will just kind of take my finger next to my right eye, my right mechanical eye, and I will kind of just press in. And like I'm looking around, and as I press in, I'm like, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. I'm like, I wonder if Salix is having problems as well. And I just kind of like mess with it for a little bit and eventually twist it, and it seems to work as the yellow crystal gem inside kind of glows briefly, and it starts to record.
Okay.
And yeah,
see
I will let that. Yeah.
The eye briefly flares in the right socket as the programmed illusion begins to take stock of the surroundings that you're in as you look around and go over everything in the room.
As Thalion whispers to himself this thing, I nudge him on the shoulder.
Thalion, do me a favor.
Yes.
Lock in. Whatever this was, It's no good.
Of course.
He's not wrong.
All
We
right.
might
That
be at
was
the
not my
most.
fault.
We might be at the pinnacle of this mission. Can we please just?
Lock in.
If they don't kill you, I will.
You sure could try.
All right. As you look in, you see a beautiful bedroom, but you do notice often a sort of one side of the room, you see a small mat on the ground, and above it, you see an effigy of 2 crowns. And above that, a stylized representation of a spider.
Okay.
Does it appear magical?
Make an investigation.
Do I recognize it from any of my time in the...
Go ahead and
Underdark?
make a.
Oh.
That's a natural 20.
Pretty bang!
Okay, natural 20. We will get back to that in a second. Make a history check at advantage for me, Yendel.
Advantage.
Strauss, as you look to this symbol, you see definitively. Yep. You see definitively not magical.
It's cocked. It's cocked. I don't recognize it.
Okay, great. Good to know. You see an empty bedroom ahead of you. This strange, Strauss, with your natural 20, this is a place of supplication. This is definitely some form of religious iconography. It is a place of prayer to something.
This is someone's temple.
I should recognize it, but I can't place it.
Where's the machine?
Not this.
You guys carry on through the bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you exit through the bedroom, you go across and you see 2 more double doors, and you open them up, and you see before you a large chamber with a set of stairs that leads almost immediately from your guys' left, off, up, and around. And that's when you hear it first. This sort of steady droning, discordant and strong.
I hear ominous warbling.
Where?
Ahead.
And I'll nod my head in the direction.
I'll look in that direction and see what I see.
Just stairs leading up.
Then
and a
that's the way we
bright
go.
light.
And I will lead
Yeah,
the way.
I'll head.
I'm running at this point.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
run up, and you, as you guys enter, you run up these stairs, and you open up these sort of these double doorways, and they are open. And you see a massive room laid out ahead of you. You see a small platform and 2 twin spiral staircases that lead down into a large central open chamber, and in the center, a massive construction. Embedded within it, these bright green, vibrant gems. Massive deposits of bent glass.
Oh.
Around it, you see 3 mages, all seated on the ground, eyes closed, as these sort of purple tethers latch them to the machine. And standing to either side of them, 2 drow.
the
Golden eyes.
twin.
Oh, the Shinzo?
You see golden eyes, lanky forms, perfect representations of one another. One muscular and lithe, the other thinner, a little more frail. A staff in her hand, as you see Kaiba and Tahari Shinzo standing.
It is both man and machine.
Doesn't change anything. And I would like to knock back an arrow.
You knock back an
I
arrow.
drop into horse stance and close my eyes, and I call to me symbiotic entity and wild shape.
Okay.
And
If we're all kicking in,
Yeah.
I'm going to. And I will cast haste on my beloved.
Shit. Okay. As you guys all come into this room and you see their faces, they're not surprised to see you.
Can they see us? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And you see as Tahari smiles, someone on your council believes in our mission. Let us finish this, shall we? Roll initiative, guys.
let's go. They gotta die.
All right. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, God. Things are crazy.
God.
22.
Oh, God. 22. Okay.
Hang on. I just haste
Hang on.
anything to initiate.
Oh, does haste add anything to initiative?
No.
No. Okay. Good to know.
22.
22. Okay.
28? How's
Oh
that?
my God, you lunatic. Okay, so 28. We've 20 and above. Just you two?
Hang on. I don't know. No, not above 20.
All right. So we have Yendelin.
Yeah.
Yendelin with a 28. We have Nissa with a
22.
22. Tahari's up next with a 20. And then 15 to 20?
19.
19. What's
18.
Your, 18. What's your guys' deck? What's your dex mod, Strauss?
Plus a lot. Probably more than.
Okay, you go first.
Yep.
Strauss.
Plus five.
Yeah, he's first.
Okay, 19. Strauss at 19, and then you are
18.
Kaiba at 19 as well, followed by Thalion. Okay. Okay, guys. As we're up, it comes to you first, Yendelin. As you rush downwards towards this thing, you guys are up on the spire. The device itself is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 feet away from you. Where do you go? What do you do?
I pull out Spore and start sprinting towards them.
Okay, cool.
I could get there.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But about halfway, I disappear
Okay.
and reappear behind them
Okay.
within melee.
Uh-huh. And who are you going to target?
I am going to target the twin on the left.
Okay. Twin on the left, so that would be Tahari.
Tahari.
Okay.
As I'm sprinting up, take the machine.
I will overrule you, and I'll say twins first.
Oh,
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going.
All
Well,
right. Cool.
Once they're done, we'll see.
Okay, so you, Yendelin, you appear behind. Which one did I say? Tahari. Thanks, gang. You guys are the best. All right. You appear behind Tahari. You see as they pull a sword. Go ahead and what are you doing?
Slashing with Spore for the first.
All right.
That's a 27. That's a 26.
26. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
It's 15 plus another D6
All
for
right.
the entity.
All right.
So
21 points of
21.
damage. Awesome. All right. Your go ahead and roll for a second attack here. And then you, Yendelin, Nissa, you are on deck.
All right, so that's going to be a 15 for the second attack.
15 for the second attack. Okay, that misses. See as he parries your strike. And your turn?
Key point, I'm going to disengage.
Okay. Back up.
And I'm going to back up.
Okay. You back up out of reach. Excellent.
I'm going to look for
All
some
right.
shadows.
Okay, you're looking for shadows. Everything in here is still dim light. The drow do not like the bright. Okay, Yendelin, you back away a couple of feet. Nissa, your turn.
Sharpshooter.
Okay, go ahead.
Ooh, -5, so 9. Does an 18 hit?
18. Miss.
Okay. Another sharpshooter.
Okay.
First hit again.
Okay.
19 plus 7.
19 plus 7 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
11 plus 17.
17.
11 plus 17,
11 plus
28.
17, 28 points of damage. All right.
So,
Third shot.
second hit.
Yep.
Another sharpshooter. It hits.
Okay.
16 plus 27.
27 hit. Okay. 27 points of damage. Ooh, big strikes from Nissa. That ends your turn?
She's got another action. She's got hasted action.
I got a hasted action.
Oh, you're hasted?
Yeah.
Dang.
I am hasted.
Okay, go ahead and roll again.
Sharpshooter again.
Get them.
18 plus, yeah.
Okay,
That
go
hits.
ahead.
Man down.
Man down.
10, 16, 26, another 26.
26. Okay, 26 points of damage. All right, that ends your turn. Brings us to Tahari. Okay, Tahari Shinzo reaches out with their hands. They're going to cast Chain Lightning. Okay, they're going to cast it at you, Strauss, because you are... Go ahead.
No.
Do it. Do it.
Counterspell.
He will use his reaction to counterspell your counterspell.
All right.
I need all of you guys to roll a dex save for me, please.
Are they within 10 feet of me?
21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay, success. Yes, you guys are within 10 feet, so you get to floor. 4.
Except for maybe
21?
Yendelin.
Okay, so 25.
Yeah.
15 then, but
15? Fail.
yeah.
You take 53 points of lightning damage.
Fail.
Fail. 53 points of lightning damage.
24.
You take half. 26 points of lightning damage?
Reaction or absorb
hurt.
elements.
Okay, down to 13. And Strauss?
Oh, wait, it was a dex save?
Dex save.
Okay, sorry. I needed to add 5 to mine.
20 total.
20 total.
26 points of lightning damage. Okay.
I don't take anything. I have evasion.
Oh, you have evasion. Okay. And then Tahari is going to run forward and is going to make a single attack against you, Yendelin. That is going to be a lot to hit. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. You take 26 points mixed slashing and poison damage. That is going to end their turn.
And with that, I will fall.
What?
Okay.
After that chain lightning.
Okay. Yendelin falls. Strauss, it is your turn.
Okay. There are 3 wizards. They're still focusing on the machine.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yep.
All right. No one's within melee of any of the guys.
No.
Shit. Well,
I will make a hand motion and angle towards the object, the item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. With my action, I'll first I will begin my blade song as it weaves a second tonal melody weaves into the song I'm already maintaining to keep the haste up, and then with my action, I will move away from the team.
Okay.
How far?
As far, I'm going to go around to the back.
Okay.
Of it.
You can get, from your current vantage point, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You can get right up against the machine
Okay.
with 40 feet of movement.
I will do that.
Okay.
And I will stare hard at the gem in my hand. Tell me what the thing is that what's the incantation? Siran.
All right. You hear, as if whispered to you in your mind, the incantation is the Elvish word for send.
And I will
Whisper the
whisper the
incantation.
incantation.
I will catch his eyes as he whispers that.
And I give a little wink.
For a moment, nothing happens. And then you feel the incantation take place, and it's sending the spell. What do you say?
The incantation. It's the
It
spell
casts
sending. Do I know to whom?
Saran.
Siran. Next time, easier mission. Okay? We will have talk.
And voice comes through, and you hear it broken as he sighs heavily. I'm so sorry, my friend. And at your feet, about 2 feet in diameter, a metal ball with mithril and adamantine bands around it, grooves and arcane runes as they begin to glow brightly. In your final moments, as the breacher bomb that Siran has sent you, what do each of you see?
I will look after this falls at my feet. I will look up to Nissa. Little sea cucumber. I will see you where the sea meets the stars. And in that moment, I recall as the waves of magic are emanating out from this piece of technology, and the pressure begins to build. I will recall a similar pressure that I felt whilst being dragged underwater by a Sahagin in the Gulf of Nakir some years ago. As I was part of this, I hear around me the clashing of swords, muffled by the constraints of sound penetrating the barrier of seawater, and I feel a pair of aquamarine hands peel the Sahagan's hands from my body as Nissa is retrieving me from the depths of Nakir.
And as I look into his eyes, I see a moment of our feet in water, ankle deep on a sandbar, gripped onto each other's hands as we have a rope of seaweed wrapped around our arms, and we recite.
Sorry, it's so stressful.
Say the fucking words.
Say the words!
I can't do it. I place my hope at the cusp of your infinite depths.
And I place my faith at the edge of your fathomless heights.
At the center,
At the center, shall we forever return.
Thalion, as tens, dozens of drow come around the corner to investigate the trap that has been laid for all of you at the hands of the betrayal of someone, you were able to make it to your brother. And you
kneel down. Bonus action. Healing word. Bring him up. It's all right, brother. We doesn't seem like we're gonna make it home after all.
Told you.
Well, let's at least give them something worth singing about.
Yeah. Win.
Or lose.
Together.
white light consumes everything. The shadows above Westreach dim over the course of the next several hours as a group of heroes gave their lives so that millions might live. And at this moment, in Westreach, Saran puts his head down into his desk and weeps. We are Venture Forth, guys. And in Westreach, the songs will be sung of the Queen's Reach and the four who gave their lives that the city might live.
Hey nerds, Shane here. Hope you enjoyed that episode of Venture Forth, a very special WonderCon episode. We have 2 more cool convention things coming up this year. We're going to Comic-Con in July, and the weekend after that, August 1st, we're doing our very special Gen Con Key to the Universe reunion episode one-shot. So those are some things you do not want to miss. You can hopefully see from what we did this time at WonderCon, we are really trying to make these convention shows extra special for the folks that take all the pains to get out there and take part and come out to see us. We really appreciate it, and we want those live shows to have a really unique, kind of one-of-a-kind experience. So we're really doing our darndest to do something really cool with this stuff. If you do purchase a ticket to the Gen Con show, speaking of, we are doing a little promotion where you get a little prezzy. It's just a little token of appreciation for being one of the first 100 folks to get a ticket to the Gen Con show. So thanks again, appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, nerds.